welcome to another episode of StrawChat. I'm Chris, this is Lee, and today we're joined by, as usual, by Jake.
Hello. Yeah, it's usual. I'm on the ship now. I can't get off.
It is. I think it is just the three of us now, unless you're like, oh, I don't want to do this arc, and then
Me and Lee will have like a really sad episode where we break everyone's heart.
Are you gonna do this with an X on your forearm?
No, if you
Jake
betrayed
walks
us.
away. Yeah, we're gonna.
bit of a disappointing episode today, isn't it?
Well, no, because we'll make it fun. Damn it, we'll make it fun. Because I've been exposed to so much more One Piece fandom now, and I've been exposed to the bad part now, where people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't watch that shit. I don't like watching fillers," and I'm like, "Do you know when you want to like it just to spite them?"
Yes.
I mean, I don't like
that's like
it.
that's like my main move.
I want to spite like this. But yeah, we're gonna roll two arcs into one: Ocean's Dream arc and Return of Foxy, isn't it?
Or Foxy's Return.
Yeah.
Foxy's Return in this one, just to say so, because they're not very long ones.
No.
Right here. Ocean's Dream is only 5 episodes. Foxy Return is 4 episodes. So it's
Ocean's Dream. The Ocean's Dream feels like more than 5 episodes. I'm just gonna say. Yeah, it starts off pretty slow.
Whereas I'm on Water 7 now, and I feel like I've sped through that because it's like I want to watch another one. Whereas with these episodes, it's just like, oh, it's not done yet.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help that it's we lost Foxy, one of the one of the best characters who's dropped in a long time. And then this seahorse arc starts off like really quiet and everyone's like going to sleep on the Going Merry. And it's like it's just like a really big like change of pace, I guess. But this is the one where people's memories get stolen and we sort of end up going back to first run character of like everyone.
Yeah, and Nico Robin has to fill in the gaps a bit. But it turns out Luffy's just exactly the same person that he was before he had his memory wiped.
Yeah. Robin's kind of got a hard task because she wasn't actually there for a lot of this stuff, and she has to sort of be like, well, I think you guys met up, on this island doing this stuff. I think you were friends. I'm not 100% sure.
Also got to deal with that. Nami decided she's going back to her thief ways and stole all the gold and tries to escape so she can go back to. I can't remember what it's called. Not
Arlong Park.
Arlong Park. I can't remember what not Kakarot Village. It's something like
that's
that.
From Zelda.
Yeah, I noticed as soon as I started seeing it, I was like, no, that's the one.
Yeah, that was interesting how Nami literally turned immediately and was like, oh, I'm going home. Like, I'm not staying here with you guys. Whereas, like, at least sort of, like Luffy and Usopp were sort of like, I'm not sure why I'm here, but it's pretty cool being on a pirate ship. Zoro was pissed.
Yeah.
When he woke up with no memories, like, oh, I guess I better kill all of these pirates.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's still a pirate hunter. It's in his head, isn't he?
Yeah,
and he just jumps overboard, doesn't he?
Yeah, at some point. Like, I'm out of here. And poor Sanji's like, well, I don't really know. I was supposed to be working in a restaurant. It's like, this is a bit different.
Oh, poor Chopper goes back to being food. Chasing him like, oh, reindeer meat.
Emergency food, yeah.
I do like how Sanji was just like, oh well, I don't know where I am, but this kitchen has to be organized by me because this is a pretty good job.
Yeah.
All the knives are in the right place. He clocked on fast.
Yeah, and Nami does see like photographs of her and like a surrogate mother and sister and stuff, but she's still not buying it for some reason. Even though she basically sees a room she would have laid out, she's like, not sure about this. That's my family photo, but I don't believe it.
And she should have read the log first to see that Arlong Park had been destroyed and our village was saved. Instead of just looking at it and going, oh, well, this is my handwriting, but I'm not going to bother. I'll just leave.
Yeah.
Did they ever go back to Nami's village?
I don't know if they personally go back, but we occasionally flash back to old villages and like old sets of characters when like a new big world event happens. They'll sometimes sneak back for like a quick scene or two.
Right.
See how like Pinwheel guy's doing.
That's what I was thinking. He's got to be snuffed by now. He was getting pretty old.
No, I think he showed up in the last batch of episodes for the season. Pretty sure.
Because the only time I've ever seen it was when they get an updated bounty and they're just like, oh, look at this. Nami's got another couple of 100,000 bounty on her.
Yeah, they'll do stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. So this was all apparently done by a weird little boy in a hood who shows up to the ship in the middle of the night and plays a horrible tune.
Yeah. But do you know what? Do you know what it is? I had to actually look back because I kind of, apart from a few moments, I forgot what happened in this.
Yeah.
So I had to be like, what happened? And then I found out that this filler arc was made entirely as a promo for a PlayStation 1 game called One Piece Ocean's Dream, which was very it wasn't that good. But
yeah,
I think it was one of them ones where it was only released in Japan, so we wouldn't have seen it anyway at that time.
But it has the anime. It has the anime game curse where it's bad just because it's based on anime.
I can't imagine people rushing out to buy it anyway, going like, "Oh, these episodes based on this video game," and then watching these 4 episodes. They're not going to go, "That was amazing. I better rush out and buy this right now," because it's a proper sucky arc.
It shows you how big like stuff like that is in Japan though, because it does occasionally like bleed in anime where it's like, oh, this is an arc literally just to promo a movie that's coming out soon, and like they're very good about like just like cramming that stuff into like seasons, because like they'll do it later. Like it's a long time before Chris will see it, but that One Piece Red movie that came out, there was like 4 or 5 sort of flashback episodes that led into that movie, which they don't do every time, but for that one it was special for some reason. So yeah, they'll take the promos seriously when they want to.
Actually, that is a point. Are we doing the movies as well in the timeline? Have you accounted for that?
So most of the movies are just like shortened versions of certain arcs, but with like some differences in them. Pretty much what Dragon Ball did with this.
There's like there's a Chopper movie for sure. I'm not sure how many other ones. Like an entire Drum Island sort of movie, with better animation, I guess. But yeah, there is some movies that are literally just, they'll sometimes show up on Netflix that are just like off, like it's like Dragon Ball where it's like a non-canon adventure that doesn't change anything. Like no new power-ups, no new nothing, just like side adventure.
Like One Piece Red is its own story. It's not like based on any arcs, is it? Because that's about Uta. Shanks,
but I think like,
and it's like it's quite musical.
It's good, but it does take place mostly inside of a dream. So if you can imagine how easy that is to fold back into like the regular,
I don't mind stuff like that as long as it's entertaining. I don't mind filler arcs if they're entertaining. I do mind this one because I thought it felt like about 30 to 40 episodes, even though it was 4.
It felt like they were going backwards, like literally, because they did delete characters' memories. So you had to like, okay, here we go. They showed like a lot of clips as well, like of old stuff.
Yeah.
And it takes them a good while before they start traveling with each other again. When Robin's like, look, I found these like crazy ruins. Let's go there. And everyone's like, okay.
Not only does the arc feel long, just before, while you were talking about it, I was like, oh god, this feels like it's gone on forever. How long have we been on this episode for? And I was like, we're only 7 minutes in. Like, are we not finished talking about Ocean's Dream yet?
No, but we can accelerate now. So it turns out that the mystical item that was used to steal the memories is an actual living seahorse that controls the boy. Also, the boy is not evil. It's the seahorse he's holding. His mind controls Zorro as well to sort of to try and help him like against the others, which is a bit scary for a little bit.
He's wiped out all of the memories of all the villagers, and they're like rushing out to get newspapers because that's the only way they can get like new information about anything or remember anything about the world.
Then every night it's gone again, which is pretty bleak, but they don't really spend enough time for us to really care about the village and sort of its goings on.
Actually, I did like when the villagers do finally get their memories back. and we see things happen. Like there's a guy who's just like lying in bed, and it's like, "What are you doing up here? You're supposed to be the hotel manager." And he's just like, "Oh yeah."
Yes, because they all like when Nami was coming down, they were like, "Did you just steal a hotel room?" And they're like, "No, I talked to you yesterday and bought this room." And they're just like, "Who's the manager around here?" Like, I don't know. And there's some like things where like a son's like, "I haven't seen you for years." So
That's horrible.
Exactly, the seahorse fucked this island up really bad.
I can't even remember to what end though. He eats the memories or something, so a whole village isn't enough of these memories.
Yeah,
but the Straw Hat crew is to feed him to
because they have such juicy, fun memories, Chris. Because they've been on massive adventures.
So is it based on fun, or is it based on like I don't know experiences? But like, why? What does this seahorse want to do with all these memories? Does he want to?
Well, it explains it at the end. It wants to turn into a millennial dragon. Remember millennial dragons, Chris? From that other filler arc?
Or from Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sure he has a millennium dragon. But yeah, basically, I did some research on seahorses because it did get me thinking. Because there's seahorses in Pokemon, so I was like,
do seahorses eat memories?
Well, no. When I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, Horsey, the Pokemon, is quite cute. Then when it evolves into Seadra, it's got frowny, angry eyes. And I was like, do Japanese people think seahorses are evil? And I kind of went, I was trying to research that. So it turns out, no, they're not. They don't think they're evil, but they do call them something like a nickname that kind of goes to be like Dragon's Child or something.
All right.
So they're sort of seen as baby dragons, and not like literally, but like it's a fun thing to tell children, like, oh, it's a baby dragon.
I can see it. They do look dragon-ish.
Yeah. And so like King Seadra evolves into Kingdra, which is a dragon water type. So in Pokemon, he achieves his dragonhood. So yeah, apparently this is just like a little myth of like, oh, if a seahorse tries really hard, it can become a dragon finally and escape the sea and all that stuff. So that's the most interesting thing about the arc.
I think Chris was hoping that seahorses eat brains of like other animals.
Oh, that would be amazing. I know that don't the males carry the young or something like that? The males get pregnant.
Yeah,
something like that. But seahorses,
or they transfer eggs back and forth and leave the males with them. Yeah, I don't know.
hot potato, the eggs. Hey, you're the dad. But
yeah,
the most interesting thing the question that I got from this, which I asked Lee in the past, was when Zoro and Luffy fight off screen, or was it on screen? Luffy gets a X cut on his abdomen.
Yeah,
and every picture and every video I've seen of Luffy in the future that I wasn't meant to watch by accident has him with a deep scar on his abdomen, and is that where it comes from?
Yeah, no, because this is filler, so he does get it somewhere else.
Definitely, yeah, you'll know when it actually happens. But I had that same thought though. I was like, whoa, hang on a sec, that's not supposed to be there. But yeah, so yeah, Luffy fights Zoro, but you don't really see a lot of it apart from Zoro's bad news for Luffy because he chops him a lot. And then basically after that, they just make fun of Zoro for getting his mind controlled by a seahorse. They're just like, what the hell were you doing? And he's like, oh yeah. And then he tries to kill it.
Well, he does show up first, and they're like, oh no, Zoro's here, he's under like mind control, and he starts fighting Sanji, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then turns out he's
like, no, I'm not really mind controlled, you're just a dick.
But you attacked me, so of course I'll go full ham on you. And yeah, I think the dragon flies away a little bit, and then Luffy's like, hang on, if I just like wrap my arms around it, and then it can't get away, and then I'm sure they like squeeze all the memories out of it.
Yeah, I do realize that like this filler I wasn't a fan of, but it feels like a really rushed ending.
Yeah, it felt like the entire thing was rushed because it could, like, losing your memory could be a fun storyline, but it would need like a full storyline around it, not just a.
I mean, I wasn't a fan of the big flashback thing. It feels like, do you know when you used to get the episodes in when we were growing up of like, I don't know, Saved by the Bell or something, and it would have a flashback episode to how such and such came to the school, and then it would just replay old clips. It felt like a very I'm stalling for time kind of thing. Yeah,
which we know as adults, that's just a way to they needed another episode and clip show. Then we only have to film 10 minutes of new content. We can fill the rest with old content. Yeah, the Friends did that a lot as well. I was watching that recently. I was like, this is a lot of clip shows. But then for comedy, you sometimes want to see the moments again. Like at this, I'm not sure we needed to see the Straw Hats origins at this point.
No.
Again.
I mean, the only origin story that I really felt anything from was Tony Choppers anyway.
Oh, really? That's your favorite so far? That's the heartbreaking ones.
I'm not that bothered about Nami. I know she's got a sad, orphaned childhood, but it's nothing on Little Chopper.
A lot of them haven't had enough information about them yet, because I'm like, for Nami, like, yeah, her sort of life on that island was terrible, but it's like you don't know exactly what happened before. There's a lot of the Straw Hats are orphans, but they haven't really explained why.
But compared to other stuff, Choppers isn't even that sad. Just wait.
It is. I think Choppers is really sad, but there's a few good ones to come, for sure.
I mean, I know we're not talking about it till next episode, but I do love Frankie's.
Yeah, Tom's a good character, but yeah, we'll talk about them for reals later.
Cutty Flam, yeah, I cannot wait to talk about him because I can see him being my favorite character, but I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket.
I've got some facts for later on in the show, but I've got one that I'll tell now about Frankie, where someone has wrote into the SBS in the manga asking about Frankie's chin, because it's like it's got the two
it's spiky
spikes. And do you know how some people have like the bum chin thing? And someone was like, "Oh, if someone has one of those, is it a butt chin?" But Frankie's got two. Is it a butt chin? And Oda's like, "That's exactly what it is. Frankie has a butt chin." I thought it was something to do with him being like a cyborg, but no, it's.
No, I think it's just his nose that got fucked up. He's got a metal nose.
You know this arc is good when we're talking about the next one.
Yeah,
yeah. That's the end of the seahorse. Everyone on the island gets the memories back. Yay! Let's go.
No consequences whatsoever.
Not really. The kid learns a lesson. He doesn't learn a lesson because he was mind controlled, so he wasn't actually evil. But the seahorse, I guess, learns a lesson of not to fuck with people,
not to fuck with pirates.
Yeah,
he could literally, as the Straw Hat pirates leave, do exactly the same thing to the villagers, and no one would ever know.
Well, maybe that's in the PS1 game, Chris.
I would have to. I did try to look up some of the gameplay, but there wasn't much. There was the intro, and that was about it. And it's in Japanese, so I don't speak that. So
imagine how disappointed you're going to be going like, "Oh, there's a new One Piece game out. I'll be able to play as Luffy and like fight like Eneru and Arlong and all this, and the final boss is a seahorse
or Zoro." Yeah. Like, I don't want to fight Zoro. We'll have, I'll play that game. I'm sure it's terrible.
So the take off from this island and find a ship floating through the sea, and it's just Foxy, Portia, and the other guy. I can't remember his name, but they're just like floating through the sea because they haven't got a crew anymore. There's a big storm, and Luffy pulls him onto the boat and decides to help him for a bit, and to come across the sexy Foxy with the frog captain has taken control.
Yeah, yes. So like, I think we saw him briefly in the last arc where he was like, "I was the captain of the frog ship, but now I'm part of the Foxy crew." And yeah, it turns out he was just waiting for his chance to take back over. He doesn't seem to have any powers or anything interesting, just a sword fighter guy.
Fanged toad pirates.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's the Fang Frog pirates in Japanese. I wonder why they bothered changing that.
Oh, is it? That's just from the One Piece wiki. That might be wrong.
Yeah. No. But yeah, so like Luffy, because he's cool, like he sees Foxy is like actually, we think, sad about this, and he's like, "I'm gonna help you then."
Yeah.
I think that don't they declare another Davy back fight as well?
Yeah.
Like a captain v captain thing. But then the guy's like,
doesn't go well for Foxy because he tries to use his slow beam, but all of this like frog guys like followers jump in front and deflect the beam back with the swords, and Foxy's pretty screwed. Luffy decides to help with Afro power again.
Yes. Yeah, because there's like there's like a part where like Foxy's on the ground, like being like, "Look, you need this to help me." He gives him the afro back. But yeah, I did quite like this because it was very much, I guess, like Scooby-Doo type comedy, like because obviously the Straw Hats beat all the shitty pirates super easily because they're just like regular guys. But then Foxy hits them with the slow beam and puts them down like a trapdoor. But like even that's funny because they're like falling slow and they're like.
One of my favorite bits from all of One Piece so far is in this arc.
Yeah,
and it's when I think Foxy goes to zap Nami or something like that, and I think Zoro pushes her out the way, but Sanji's dived to try and get her, and they get both hit by the slow beam, and both the open mouths are just slowly moving towards each other. And they're like, "No, why are you?
so
Please
mad.
help us!" And it cuts to Chopper, and he's just like. And Robin's like, what's wrong? He's like, I just got a very bad feeling all of a sudden.
Yeah, like a horrible chill. Yeah, they do that joke a few times when weird stuff is happening in the ship, and they're just like playing like chess or something. But yeah, that's pretty much worst nightmare for Sanji having to kiss Zoro.
Yeah,
goes against everything he believes in.
I don't actually think those two hate each other. They're just, I think it's like brothers when brothers fight and stuff.
Yeah.
And they respect each other in their own weird little way.
Yeah, it's like when we and you bicker, Lee. we always come back around at the end. But Chris is like the Luffy where he's like, "Hey, why can't everyone get along?" Forget
Are
about
they going to
it.
say I was getting a weird feeling when he was about to kiss?
You and Phoebes probably would know if that was about happening in the ether. But yeah, like so this is like more death traps by Foxy where they all fall onto like a horrible conveyor belt thing and get like isn't this where there's that weird upskirt thing though with Nami where they're like,
yes,
where they're like,
yes.
oh, you've got to run over like these are the old Foxy prisoners, and they're like, ooh.
I forgot about. I've forgot most of this arc, but you're reminding us as you go.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not running over there," and then they like throw a flashbang at them. Genius.
I love the grab Usopp instead in the dark and probably like touching him up.
They're like, "Oh, he's so soft." Like we haven't had any human.
Do you know what the weird
contact.
thing is? I normally watch this on my computer or on my phone when I'm in bed or whatever. This episode where Nami had to run across this spot, like
it was like a plank of wood over loads of prisoners. Yeah.
That was the episode that I watched downstairs with Molly next to us for the first time. So I think this is her first experience of One Piece.
No, it's not. I swear.
I hate that.
It's not like that.
It always that happens with Bex all the time. Like she'll walk in and it's nothing One Piece going on, and it's just like the weirdest, like most girly moment where they'll be like riding around on a unicorn or something, laughing. And it's like this is not what One Piece is, by the way.
Well, yeah, like I don't know what she's like in the dub, but in the sub, Portia is like just basically doing like hot horny girl voice the entire time. So like there was definitely moments where Natalie like looked up at the TV because Portia's like, whoa, like just making like loads of squealing noises, and I'm like, yep, that's just how she talks.
Can I just tell one more story about like bad moments for people walking in while you're watching stuff? Jake, you're a Pokemon fan. You'll know exactly which episode this is. So Pokemon had just came out like in this country or whatever, and I was watching it when my dad came home, and the episode was like really cool for about half of it, and then my dad came home in the middle of Bye Bye Butterfree, and then and it's Butterfree with the pink butterfly, and they're just flying around, and my dad walks in and he's just like, "Fuck you watching?" And it's like, sorry,
and you're like nearly crying because Butterfree's going away forever.
I've just done a 12-hour shift, so my son can watch this.
My parents hated Dragon Ball Z as well because from their point of view, it was just all people going like,
I had that. I'm sure there was when I got into Bleach as well. When that happened, my dad used to come in, like see us watching the computer, like over my shoulder. And I'm sure there would be some sort of like female presenting male fighting, and you'd be like, "What are you watching?"
Yeah, And then that
So
song
it's
would
not all like this.
then that song would kick in. And he'd be like,
Oh,
hell
the-
yeah. So...
Well.
But yeah,
Oh.
so this kind of culminates in the sort of in Foxy's horrible basement where he's like, I've got the gorilla puncher machine. And then Portia's like, I have the donkey kick machine. So, and like they're about to like put them together. And I think like Luffy realizes that, oh, I can just punch straight through this thing somehow. Because I think then they make them like hit each other because they're like, oh, we're gonna wreck this one. And then I think Nami makes it rain on everyone and like shorts everything out. Because like Foxy's always like, there's no weaknesses to this machine, like apart from rain or whatever, like that kind of thing. But it's fun to see Nami actually get to do something for once with her weather powers.
Finally.
Yeah. I'm still not a massive fan of Nami.
I mean, she probably shouldn't be in a fight with the rest of these like monsters with devil fruit powers. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah.
She's probably the weakest on the crew.
Yeah, but it's fun sometimes that the weak ones are still like, right, I'm gonna be here, even though like I could die at any moment. I'm still here.
Yeah. I mean, my opinion of Usopp's completely turned around. I really like him now.
Yeah.
Even after he's the next arc. So I don't think my opinion's based on strength because Nico Robin, I don't see why people like her. I genuinely don't.
Give it time. You're in the arc to figure that out.
I know.
But yeah, like Nami is the one where if she wasn't there, the Straw Hats would be boned because they would just die at sea. Like they would already be dead. So like, yeah, she's much better, doing her navigator thing and actually making sure everyone's alive and taking all of the cash because she deserves to be paid for that hard work.
Actually, it's good she's there because she keeps control of the money. Because we see Luffy when he does have money, and he's like, "Let's buy 1,000 of those." No,
he wants a bronze statue all the time for some reason. He's going to use his gold to buy a bronze statue.
This must be some foreshadowing, mind. Like, if by the end of One Piece, Luffy doesn't have a bronze statue of himself, I'm going to be really upset.
Well, I think there might be one in Oda's hometown, so maybe that's what it's referencing.
Oh, possibly.
I've seen the other characters. I don't think I've seen the Luffy one.
There's a Luffy one. So maybe that's what they're referencing in a roundabout way. Maybe that's a popular thing in Japan to like have a bronze statue of someone famous or something.
Do you know what the date is for this coming out? Like roughly what year?
Oh, we're still in like 2006, 7, aren't we? Oh, I said 6, 7.
6, 7.
What a 6, 7. And but yeah, we're still early on in the 2000s. As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it's got to be like 200 something episodes in.
One a week.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen loads of memes about the season 1, season 2 thing, which is I actually get because the really long dog on the long road.
Yeah.
It's like season 1, and then season 2 is the head.
Yep. It's official. But yeah, so that's the kind of inciting incident for the Foxy thing. They see how much gold is on the ship while they're sort of getting a ride, and that's why they decide to do the betrayal. But no, they ain't gonna let them take the gold. Of course not. And I think the Foxy pirates just sort of blow up, and then the Straw Hats leave, and they're like, "See us, we beat you again." I still think this is gonna come back around towards the end, and this is gonna be like backup for Luffy one day. We're gonna get like the slow beam, like it's gonna be like Luffy's about to die, and then it's like no beam.
Oh no, is this the last time we see the Foxy Pirates?
No, I think they pop up every now and then, but I just think it's gonna come back around in a big way.
I do think Luffy will almost die.
He's got to, right?
Like in one of the final fights, I reckon there'll be some teaming up, but then the person who's teamed up with is going to betray him and stab him or something like that, and he's going to be dying, and then somebody else is going to use their devil fruit power to forfeit their life to bring him back.
Oh,
I'm guessing this is all like you'd understand if you're up to date, but this is all good.
Yeah, I'm trying not to give away too much.
I think I thought he was going to say someone's going to put the afro on Luffy, and it's going to be Foxy right at the end.
No, there's something called the opie no me. It's like the medical fruit thing. You know who has that, don't you?
Yeah.
and that awakened fruit has like immortality powers or something like that. But I think at the cost of the person's own life. That has to be used at some point because they can't just create it.
They can't talk about it without.
Wait there. So there's something called the Obio, which is the immortality fruit.
Well, it's like Operation, like Operation Fruit, I guess is what they're going for there.
It's
Operation Fruit.
Oh, but
it's too much. It's too much. You can't tell Chris about it.
Yeah, no.
So what I'm thinking in my head is, you cannot get a new devil fruit until the last user has died, can't you?
Yeah.
So how does that exist without someone having it?
Well, it doesn't grant the user immortality. It grants them the ability to operate on things, but devil fruits can awaken, and the awakened form of this, you can give someone immortality at the cost of your own life.
Oh, okay. It's a bit of it.
But that has to come into a play at some point, and I reckon Luffy's going to be about to die unless he gets this operation.
Maybe.
Right.
That'd be crazy if you did predict it.
I'm gonna forget all of that.
Yeah.
You will? It's not anything
Hopefully
that's happened. He's just making stuff up.
Yeah. I am desperate to hear some like fan theories that go around, because the top of my head, I really want to look at that crocodile is Luffy's mom.
You're not far off that.
I'm not far off it, okay.
Well, you're not far seeing how it could happen. Like, but that was a bit of a leap from people. But I don't know, but crazy.
I love stuff like that. Because it's just hype, and then it's just like, well, that could happen.
But wouldn't he know? And then wouldn't he have not put a hook through his own son in Alabasta?
I don't know, because obviously if he's dumped him, if he or she, or I don't know how that's working, dumped him on an island to get raised, obviously didn't care about him then.
Maybe, but I think you'd hear about what Goff's doing.
if we keep at the pace that we're watching at the moment and recording episodes that we're watching, you'll know the crocodile is Luffy's mum theory within 10 weeks.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna have to get my arse into gear.
Nah, don't worry about it. Just enjoy it.
Yeah. I to be fair, I am enjoying it. When it does get the filler episodes, I guess I kind of like, as much as I hate to admit it, if I didn't see the Ocean's Dream arc, I don't think it would have taken away anything from my enjoyment.
No.
Yeah, I think the only thing it's good for is just getting a quick like recap. Like, if you haven't seen the intro episodes for a while, you'll get because I haven't, and I'm like, oh, I'm seeing these scenes.
But if I'm sure Lee's mentioned it in the past, either privately or here, where it's just like, if I was watching this on a week-to-week basis, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know this filler arc ended up as a...
Yeah, isn't canon or whatever.
No, we do have something really good to talk about now, though. Yeah. Now that Foxy's done with, who do we meet?
Yep.
Finally.
Yeah, we got this weird little island where there's a lot of people who've shipwrecked, which is sort of just telling us about an island that's near Water 7 where we're going next.
Is it only me, or do these passengers not really deserve to be saved?
Well, it sounds like the rich people who've been on a little trip to fancy restaurant island. So yeah.
That's why I was just like, well, you kind of whatever. And at the end, where the sea's frozen over, they're like, oh, it's gonna take so many days to walk. All right then. All right, be more grateful.
I feel like they were grateful in Japanese, so maybe that's like a localization.
I think it's just my anti-rich bias coming out, I think.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, we see one of the I think, doesn't Robin name them as like one of the 3 powerhouses of the world, like the Marines, basically?
Yeah, we meet Vice Admiral Aokuiji. I struggle to say that name.
I don't know. I feel like it might is it just like Akuiji, like quickly, like Waluigi?
Although I do also, he gets called Kuzan as well. But I don't know why. I haven't
is that like maybe his first name?
Could be.
Yeah, they do that a bit later. But yeah, I think in Japanese, I'm pretty sure this is voiced by Dio's Japanese voice actor, which is fun, from JoJo.
Right.
But yeah, I remember seeing this for the first time and thinking this guy was awesome.
He is.
Yeah.
I didn't know how evil he was, but ice power is just pretty cool.
It's to me watching it with no reference of future episodes. I think it's OP because he can't be affected by the sea.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, as long as he's got his wits about him to freeze it first before he like hits it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And in animes, whenever I've seen it, it's always the most chilled back and relaxed, like, oh, I don't care about you attitude.
Yeah.
Is the strongest people. And I don't know where he power skills because you don't actually see him fight, but he seems like a big bad or a big strong person.
Yeah, he definitely is. But yeah, I don't think you see him for like a little while, but soon though, for sure. But yeah, I mean, the way he just like horribly freezes Luffy and Robin is is scary because like I don't know what it is about ice powers when you're like, oh well, you better not shatter them, otherwise they're dead forever. It's just it's it's really good storytelling to be like, oh, you gotta like, nobody can touch Luffy now because he's brittle.
Aokiji is one of the most powerful people in One Piece for sure, like 100% positive he is. Skipping ahead a little bit without spoilers, he has a fight with someone where it lasts like 7 days or something.
Yeah.
And
7 days.
It's like a 7-day fight that he has with someone, and it's like pretty much a standstill, and he only just loses. But the person he fights, Oda has stated, this person, if they decided to set out to find the One Piece, they would have it within a year because they're that strong.
Right.
And Aokiji like pretty much like holds his own against him for 7 days.
But like you're right though, like Chris, to start thinking about power scaling. I mean, in a way, but we are about to enter like an era of like the power scale going way up definitely from like Alabasta. I mean, obviously Eneru was like that was the start of it, I guess. The literal lightning man who nobody can touch apart from Luffy. So yeah, we're definitely going into like the more supernatural, like crazy power level stuff. But I think like One Piece spends so much time earning that it doesn't feel like silly. It's like, no, this is like a natural progression type thing.
Yeah. I mean, after what's the guy who hates dreams called again?
Oh, Blackbeard.
No,
Bellamy or
Bellamy. Oh, yes. Bellenderby. After him, where he defeated him on one punch, I feel like he is the past, like, to show how much Luffy's progressed in strength.
Yeah.
But now it kind of feels like you get to the stage where there needs to be something extra to unlock or learn or some sort of training thing to keep up with these people. Because I'm a little bit currently I'm up to
253, I think you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, 53. And I'm like, I don't think through power that they would match these people, even with all of the like plot armor and stuff that they do have. So there needs to be something else for them to keep up. So I think it's like edging towards something where they need to step up the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like a lot of the Straw Hats, like it's not the same as Naruto where you get like a long training thing that you see on screen a lot of the time. It is more like off screen. They've been doing some training. So like you definitely see it with Zoro a lot where he just gets stronger between arcs, or and you just to assume, oh, he's been training in the background. And that last fight obviously like took him up to the next level or something. But no, it's fun because I don't know, I always like that stuff in anime. I'm always in for like a new power up or like a new transformation, like in Dragon Ball or something. I'm always happy when that happens.
Yeah.
It always works on me.
The power progression is weird in this though. I've noticed, because as you say in Naruto, you get a training montage where he's learning a new thing. Like, oh, he spent 2 episodes learning to climb up a tree or hang upside down with his chakra kind of thing.
Or like stand on water. Yeah.
Yeah. And this one, it's kind of like it's really slow, and then you don't realize it till like the fight normal people, where it's just like they just bat them away with the back of the hand.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter, and that's how you use it as a gauge.
And Luffy's weird because like in Arlong Park, he like puts his hand through Arlong's sword, he like chops into his shoulder and he just like cracks the sword. And that's I don't think that's anything to do with his devil fruit. Like
No.
he's just got
he's
just got insane grip strength somehow. And like, he climbs up Drum Island like by hand carrying someone. It's just built different.
In Dragon Ball, that would have been like a test. When you got to the top, you would have saw whoever's on top. And
Goku does that. He climbs Korin Tower. It's kind of the same thing. But like, so Luffy is like getting training by accident, just by like horrible stuff happening to him. I think that's kind of how it works.
Yeah, definitely.
But then
I just think it's just an original thing to One Piece where it doesn't like focus on that.
Yeah, Luffy doesn't really have teachers, whereas like in Bleach, it'll be like, oh, well, you're getting taught how to unlock something. Whereas Luffy kind of just has to watch it and be like, I think this is how it works. Or he gets like taught for one day in the middle of like a war or something like. But yeah, it just makes it special when he busts it out and you're like, Luffy, you've been hiding this for how long? Like kind of a secret move that you've never done before. Just makes you like jump out your seat and be like, oh, like whenever it happens. But Lee, you were saying you had some secrets from the manga to impart to us.
So readers write in asking just random questions to Oda about things to do with One Piece. I mean, sometimes they do. Sometimes they write in and like, if you were a vegetable, what kind of vegetable would you be? And it gives like silly answers. But there's some serious stuff in here. Django. You remember Django from Orange Town? Yeah. So before he was a pirate, he used to be a wandering dancer. But he wasn't very good at it. So he didn't make much money. And he just decided to sleep most of the time. He didn't bath. And eventually a mushroom grew on his chin. So that's not a beard that he's got, that stripy thing that's sticking out of his chin. It's a mushroom. And it did go into a cap. But he got so hungry one day, he decided to eat the cap off the end of the mushroom. So he's got leftover mushroom stuck to his chin. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I'll read out the question as well. Oda Sensei, since Luffy is a Gomu human, does that mean his penis can stretch too? And his reply, his penis can stretch too.
This is like Yahoo Answers.
Yeah. Do you know what it reminded me of? It's like when Finley asks me my son asks me questions and I don't know the answer, so I just make it up on the spot.
Yeah.
Like a good dad should.
Yeah.
Then he'll think you're the smartest man in the world.
Yeah.
Next one. If I want to be a girl as cool and courageous as Zorro, how should I start? And Oda's reply, first you squat. Then, in order to become courageous, eat some sardines. That's how you become as brave as someone like Zorro.
I do need to get back to my squat, so thank you, Oda Sensei.
Get back my sardines.
The fish man of the north.
Here's just a fun little fact from the manga. So, someone's asked in volume 7, page 18, third panel, the knife Sanji's holding appears to have some writing on it, but it's so small I can't tell what it is. And Oda has said that it says Hokuto no Ken, which translates to Fist of the North Star.
No, that's pretty cool. You just got bored and decided to write that on the knife.
I thought that was really cool. So, right, question. Boogie the Clown can split himself in pieces, right? Which means he can also do it down there, if you catch my drift. I can't get any more specific. Don't make me see it. Don't draw anything until you answer this question. And Oda's reply is just, his penis can fly too. It must be the most devastating attack in all of One Piece. You're in the middle of a fight and a penis slaps you in the face.
You can also separate his butt cheeks and be like put them on your head.
Like the guy from Little Nicky.
But then where does his farts go if he Barabaro Nomi's his butt in half?
Well, that brings me to a previous question that I had, which was what happens when a body part of theirs gets wet?
Yeah. That's a tough one. I don't know if we've seen evidence of it happening. To be honest, Luffy's the one who ends up in the water the most in this series, so you might be able to. But then his parts are all attached to him.
So I've started. Obviously, I've got the Anime Club Facebook page now, and I've joined loads of anime pages. and they talk a lot about loopholes and stuff as well. So I'm seeing more of it as well, and the questions like this. And I'm sure one of the questions was, how do they bathe? And they've got to have a certain percentage of the body outside of water to not be incapacitated.
I think it's also just seawater as well, right? I mean, I know because it definitely is like there's something about the sea specifically, because we've seen the sea stone stuff, the sea prism stone used against Eneru, where it like sapped him of all of his powers. So there's something magical about the ocean, that's related to these fruits.
I didn't screenshot it, but it was a question in the SBS where it's asking like, how do they bathe? And the bath water is still water, which is from the sea. So it still does weaken them, but I think it is because they're not fully under the water. He even says the rain as well. So if they're out in the rain, they're going to be weakened slightly.
Luffy looks smelly. I mean, a lot of characters reference that he doesn't really look after himself so well. I don't think he has a bath that often to make it a problem.
This does lead on to my next one, which someone's asked, why do all the crew members other than Nami only wear one outfit? Asking, is that the only clothes they own? But he says they definitely have many changes of the same outfit. Nami just doesn't give them much allowance, so she'll be able to buy loads of different versions of like clothes, but they just have. I imagine they've got a Mr. Bean wardrobe where they open it and it's just red vest, red vest.
I mean, yeah, I don't know when that question was asked, but like they do change every arc now, so they at least get one every few months. But yeah, I do like that idea of like Nami has more money, and she's like, I'm gonna buy the shirt that says evil. This is gonna be my shirt now. But Luffy's got some cute outfits. I mean, we do see an outfit change quite soon to where we're all watching and things like that.
Yeah.
And Zoro had that cool goggles outfit for a little bit for some reason.
Oh, I want to put this screenshot. Yeah, quite like that.
What, sorry?
Is there any episodes that we should watch together as well? I know you said 2, 3, 6 or something like that, but
there is one coming up
Christmas, and
I'm just it's quite an emotional episode, and I just think
he wants to see you cry.
Yeah, that's all I'm waiting for. I just want to see Chris cry.
Okay,
I've got two more. Fine. If God Enel or Eneru were to descend to the Blue Sea, how much would his bounty be? And if he did that, would he rule the sea? God Eneru would have been 500 million berry bounty if he came down to the Blue Sea.
Whoa.
But because there's even crazier people down here, he wouldn't have been able to do much about it. He would have only got so far.
That's more than any of us.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, and Enru could kick our ass. I suppose that's the thing with him, because he can travel, like, over the water and stuff, I guess, because he's just like lightning. He would accidentally run into the worst guys a lot quicker than most of the people. Yeah, he'd get slapped down pretty hard as soon as he messed with someone.
My last one, if Lady Robin can use her Hana powers to make any part of her body sprout somewhere else, does that mean she can do it with her ample bosom as well? Boy, I'd like to take a hit from that sometime.
What an order.
Is it Ichiranzaki single sprout, Niranzaki double sprout, Nuranzaki breast sprout? Very clever. No, it's not. Stop that. I'm sure she can do it though.
He's like, yeah, she can, but I'm not going to draw it or tell you about it.
Well, there's a lot of pervy questions get asked in the SBS.
Really? That's quite funny, because we were just talking before like this started that like obviously the thing about Japan is they're always seen as like really polite and stuff, and it's interesting to see some of the real attitudes come out sometimes.
There's questions where people are writing in and it's like, hey Oda, put that porno magazine down and listen to my question, and then they'll ask a question and he'll reply and he's saying like, no, don't take my porno away from me.
Yeah, he seems like he obviously writes the jokes that we enjoy in One Piece, so he's definitely got a good idea of comedy. But yeah, I think that is implied with Robin, that because I'm sure she's put eyeballs, ears, and like hands and feet out there. So
what use is it going to be? Unless she was like trying to distract Sanji to just like popping a boob out of a wall or something.
Yeah. Or could you use it to like fart into the next room? That's what I want to ask Oda.
Perfect
for prank purposes.
I would fart on someone out of someone's pillow. while they were sleeping. Definitely.
You could be in a meeting at work with loads of other people, make your arse like appear underneath someone else's chair and let out the loudest fart ever, and be like, "He did it."
Endless fun, but unfortunately, it's been given to a woman who has a tragic backstory and doesn't have time for such pranks.
I'm still waiting for that tragic backstory so I can give her a little bit of empathy.
You're like so close.
I know.
So yeah, next up we've got Water 7, which we're already on. You've seen how amazing it is. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm currently watching it at the minute, and spoiler, I fucking love Frankie.
Yeah.
Like, he started off as a villain, and even then I loved him with these weird square-headed henchmen.
But yeah, like Water 7, like it's also the time when, like, you know, the animation starts getting better, I think, as well, and
definitely
sort of things start settling in to like routines. And yeah, a lot of stuff gets put down that's going to be like important later.
It feels like leaning more into the comedy as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, giving it time to breathe, or like, you know, because there's some like dark stuff coming up, so you need to like have some levity.
Yeah, as long as it's not one of them recap clip shows, I'm fine. I'll take the dark with the good.
There definitely is recap show like episodes, but I'm pretty sure they only show up on Crunchyroll, and sort of Netflix doesn't even acknowledge them. But if you're watching like what Japanese people watch week to week, there's so many recap things that go on. I can understand why people get mad about like recaps and stuff, because if you're watching like everything, like they definitely do just have a break and they're like, we're just gonna rerun some stuff now. Like, okay.
Yeah, that's why I give it forgiveness, because I'm like, if I was watching this week to week, I'd be like, well, I remember in the early 2000s trying to catch an anime where you'd just be like, you'd watch the odd episode. There was no streaming service. There was maybe at most Sky Plus, where you'd be able to record stuff, and obviously you'd forget. So I'm sure I watched Cowboy Bebop out of order as well, and all that sort of stuff when it was on the telly.
Yeah, and also like you had to sometimes be online and find the episodes. I don't even know if I've seen the finale of Cowboy Bebop, because I was just finding like streaming sites or like torrenting episodes here and there, and just assuming it was the correct stuff and like the full thing.
You download like Linkin Park discography, and you get some weird dodgy video.
You get the history of Trunks as well as a bonus.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of like flashback stuff or like recap stuff coming up in the next few sagas or arcs.
No,
but we have got some more weird filler stuff. After Eni's Lobby, we've got the Boss Luffy special, which is where it's like an alternate universe Luffy and his crew for like 4 episodes.
But I don't know if some of that stuff's actually on like streaming. I don't know. Because I saw some of that stuff was like dotted in as well, like, and yeah, that's what they'll do. Like for the recaps, they do at least frame it where it'll be like 2 like chibi characters like versions come on, and they're like, "Oh, we're here to tell you about like, you know, our Captain Luffy," and like, so it does have like a framing device that is new content technically, or they just got the voice actors in. But
I mean, we had the buggy stuff, the buggy mini buggy where he didn't have kneecaps or
yeah. And honestly, some of that stuff in Egghead was actually useful to me, because they were giving me recaps for people who hadn't shown up for like ages, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm listening.
I did really like that, the Vegapunk record stuff where they showed up.
Yeah, it was actually useful. But yeah, Water 7, it's pretty cool.
I can't wait, because I think I've got a lot more to talk about. It does seem to be a massive distinction between filler and actual plot.
Yeah,
in enjoyment and wanting to talk about it as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think has anyone got anything else to add about Ocean's Dream or Return to Foxy?
I don't know how we spoke about it for an hour.
Are we at an hour?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I think we went on quite a few tangents. Like,
yeah, there was better stuff to talk about.
yeah.
Due diligence has been done though.
But yeah,
Anime Club vote starts. Quick,
Phoebes is gonna kill us.
It's alright. Just start this earlier. Just don't mess with the 8 o'clock start. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming, and till next week when we talk about Water 7. and the introduction of probably the best character so far. That, in my opinion, Frankie.
Oh yeah.